zone.
What is up, and welcome back to another hashtag Wireless Family podcast. We are joined by special guest Garfield V2, or Dan. He is over in the UK. He lives over there. He's part of the LED network. He does have children that you can hear in the background. Give us a shout, Dan.
Hey, T. Thanks for having me. Sorry for the children.
It's all good, mate. You and Ben are a dime a dozen when it comes to children screaming in the background. But I want to start just quickly because I haven't actually done a video with you ever before outside of the Wendcast, I don't think. So I just want to...
No, I don't think we have.
No, we've probably known each other for, well, quite a while now, so it is a bit surprising, to be honest. We do need to get a video out there, and I suppose this will be the first of sorts. But just tell us a little bit about your channel and what you do and what your game is.
Honestly, my channel. So when I can be arsed, it started off being FIFA, but I'm that sort of person where I'm the filthiest casualist player. So I love my games, but I'll play them for so long. I'll fix the itch, if you like, and then I get bored and I need something else to play. I can't just sit on one game ever. But yes, it was the YouTube channel is primarily FIFA. It's got a little bit of my live streams from Twitch that go up there now when I've got time to stream. It's not when I can be bothered; it's when I've got time to be there at the moment. But it's nearly winter, so I'm gonna have a lot more time because it's not gonna be going outside and doing anything in the garden because it's gonna be pissing down with rain. So I don't want to. It won't bother me. But yeah, basically, and then in terms of my game, FIFA's always been what I've been probably best at.
So you say best at, is it the game you've, I suppose, enjoyed playing the most, or are there games you enjoy playing more but aren't good at? So for anyone who doesn't know, Dan is prone to, how do we put this, getting quite upset during games. So
Irate.
I rate that as a
salty.
You are very salty.
I'm very salty.
I haven't played too many Pro Clubs games with you, and I really wish I had because they are amazing fun to just listen to. So do you think there are any games you're better at but don't play? Sorry, not better at, but enjoy more but you don't play because you're not as good at it?
Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
Any sort of first-person shooter, though, to be fair. My reactions are, for lack of a better word, dog shit when it comes to that. They are so bad. I'll see someone, I'll be like, my brain's saying, you need to shoot them. My fingers are going, what? So I'm not very good at it. But yeah, I've got the reaction speed of a ninja cat when it comes to FIFA, which arguably is probably a little bit more going on than just looking for someone that's trying to shoot you.
Yeah, well,
trying to look at 22 players on a pitch.
Yeah,
I can't do first-person shooters. I just can't do it.
It might be that thing where you've been around football your whole life, sort of thing. You know football. We both live and breathe football, but it's that thing of first-person shooter games. You can't really see what's about to happen, whereas in football you can read the play, 2, 3, 4 passes ahead of what's actually happening, so you know roughly what's going to happen, where to be, what to do, sort of thing. Whereas first-person shooter games, it is there and then that instant you've got to make that decision or that movement. And I wonder if that's maybe as you're getting on a little bit in life now, Dan, if you don't mind me saying.
Well, no, I was bad at it 10 years ago when I was 20, so I'm not going to be any good at it now.
I had to get one little...
Because that's how it started. Yeah, it's fair. It's only right. It wouldn't be a weekend without being told about how old I am, to be fair.
We're about to record one cast after this, so it'll happen again.
Yes, good. I look forward to it. It's one of my favourite parts of the day. Because these young whippersnappers have no idea. Bloody cotton fucking bubble wrap bloody generation fucking, what is it, millennial shit. But no, seriously though, like back in the day, I had an Xbox before I had a PlayStation. I went through a stage where I literally every single console that came out, because I was PC first, PC Master Race first,
Yes,
and
good
then
man.
I went console because it was something that I just enjoyed doing. I honestly owned every console at one point, even to the extent of a Nintendo GameCube. I got rid of a PS2 so I could get a Nintendo GameCube. Hit the GameCube for about 8 months. Got rid of that and got the original Xbox. Got rid of that and went to PlayStation 3. Then went to Xbox 360 and also bought a Wii and along the process. But it was the Xbox 360 that put me in my gaming self that I am now. Even though I'd had all these consoles, it was the 360 where my gaming came out in me. And I got a group of friends that I had on there that I still speak to now in real life, because they're all from where I'm from.
Yeah.
So same town. So yeah, and they were all massive COD fans, and I was just like, well, it's not my sort of game, but I'll get it just so I can play with you. Oh, shit. I was fucking awful at it.
Worse than Derby's defending.
Yeah, yes. Did you say derbies, by the way?
Oh, Derby, right?
Yep, come on. Lives and breathes football, quote.
It's
Doesn't know how to pronounce Derby County.
No, because it's the thing of I've been so conditioned to saying things a certain way that it's hard to break that habit. It's like oh, I've got to try and think of an example now. I've done myself in, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just,
no. You'll have to explain. I'm sure the viewers are no wiser either. You have to explain this now.
I've just suddenly realised why we've never done a video before, Dan. Now, we're talking. Well, you were talking. Your channel is primarily FIFA, and I'm very glad you didn't bring up this point that I'm about to make. And I think you knew, or you wanted to, but you didn't, so I could include this topic in. But you decided at the end of this FIFA's life cycle, probably about a month ago now, that you were going to protest FIFA 19 and not buy FIFA 19. Now, I want to know how that's going with you, why you made that decision, and if you've had a chance to check out the FIFA 19 demo that's now out, and if that's changed your mind at all.
So, I'll do a very little backstory to it. So, yes, FIFA's been broken for years, in my opinion. I've been playing FIFA since '96 because I'm old, as we've already established.
Before I was born.
And I've had yes, well there you go. Every year I've always had FIFA. Now, since next gen, so 14 it will be, there's always been a lot of bugs and gripes that I just haven't liked about where the game's direction was going. But I still found myself buying the next FIFA. At the end of 17, I said, nah, fuck it, I'm not getting 18. On release day, FIFA 18 was downloaded and installed on my PlayStation. Because it just was. And I've got to the end of the cycle of 18, and there was just... I don't know really how best to explain it. Maybe because I'm old, but no, because I'd say, a veteran of FIFA, having played most of them. There's only 94 and 95 because it only started in 94. So because there's only 2 years I missed out on. So I've seen a lot of features in these games. I've seen some good ones. I've seen some shit ones. But the good ones never seem to stay.
No.
And that drives me insane a little bit because FIFA wouldn't be... EA with their FIFA game would not be where they are now without the core fan base that literally bought FIFA to play career mode, because there was, I'm going back to before really there was any online gaming. Believe it or not, T, there was a time where you didn't play online games. You had to get your friends round and play games against them.
I know, they were the times when magazines were my best friends, mate.
I bet. Black Shelf.
There's a joke for the older viewers.
No, but then they didn't seem... There was nothing, and like I say, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 all had these... They weren't so much game breaking, but they were immersion breaking
Yeah.
bugs and not so much glitches, just it just didn't feel right, and they'd go in and add all this new stuff in, but they would never fix the issue, the core issues. It's like fix them first, then do the ads, like then add stuff in. FIFA 19 gets announced, it's coming around, and they're bigging up Champions League. Okay, so finally it's not just the Champions Cup and career mode, but Champions League. Is that really what it reminded me of the time where it was like, we're bringing in women's football. Nothing against women's football. In fact, I quite like to watch it, especially the Swedes. But
yeah,
it was not a massive feature that was super needed in the game. Same with the Champions League, not really super needed in the game. However, in recent, so basically, I'd sort of drawn the line and said, no, do you know what? EA are fucking arseholes. They have not a clue how to do this. When you look at other EA games, your MBKs, your Maddens and stuff, you go and play them or watch someone play them, and the immersion and the storytelling that they can do. None of this fucking Alex Hunter from The Journey.
Yeah.
Right. None of that. Where it's you are you. You can be you, and you do a career as you. And it's like, well, that's kind of what I want.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Alex Hunter, or his sister, or his mate.
2K do that extremely well.
And they do. They really do. But I'd say it came to it. But over the last week or so with FIFA, there's been little bits of information leaked, if you like, or found. And there's a lot of little things that I'm looking at and going, it's only cosmetic. The badges on your league badges on your shirt, it's only cosmetic. But it would be nice if, for once, if I took a League 2 team like Forest Green Rovers from League 2 to the Premiership, I'd like to then play against a team like your Man Uniteds, Man Cities, and Tottenham. I'm not going to say Arsenal.
Oh, wow.
But no, but to play against them and not have the Football League sleeve badge and see that they're in the Premiership with a Premiership badge.
Yeah.
And that's something that's been brought in, which is nice. And also what I've seen of it, like if you win the Premiership, you get the golden sleeve badge. And it's like, little things like that. Little thing, but as a career mode guy is nice. It's nice to see that the aesthetics are there at last. And I say it is purely cosmetic, but it's just something so small that makes the game better.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yep.
Now, I downloaded the demo, but it was Ben that told me he streamed the demo. I so happened to be on lunch at work when he went live, so I was watching him, and he saw I was in the chat, and he stopped what he was doing to tell me that we needed to have a chat about this one. We need to have a chat.
Yeah.
So we've had a chat. I got the demo. I streamed it. Now, gameplay-wise, and this is the problem I have at the moment. This is where I'm on a fence, if you like, still, because gameplay-wise, it's actually kind of good. It plays to my style of football. Ben said that like he's going to have to, his muscle memory and stuff, he's got to retrain himself. I'm not, because I'm fortunate enough that I can already do it. That's my style of play. It plays to me better than it's going to play to a lot of people.
Yeah, I found I'm the same as well with that.
It's, and I know Josh has said he hasn't really liked it and it doesn't feel right. I think Tomo was another one who's just moaned about it, and it's like, well, this is what it is now. So, hey, look, I'm going to be the even better FIFA player again, then, aren't I? You know, I'm already the fucking bee's knees with it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Ego. No, no. But my problem is there's too much. You're only getting the gameplay.
Yeah.
You're only getting a few teams. You're not getting the full game, and you won't be because it's the demo. And I understand how demos work. For fuck's sake, I'm not old. I used to buy PlayStation Magazine once a month where you got a disc on it that had a lot of demos on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So I get it, but I don't know. See, I'm a career mode guy when I'm single player, but if I'm playing online, I'm not an ultimate team guy. I will dabble in it, but I'm not the sort of person that's going to go, oh, I'll put 100 quid on here and then spend it and get jack shit and then moan about it.
Oh, fucking
Been there, done that.
packs.
Been there, done that, and I've sort of vowed I'll never do it again.
Yeah, yep.
So Pro Clubs is my online mode. We've heard absolutely nothing about Pro Clubs. Now, anyone that's watching, listening to this, Pro Clubs is kind of like our biggest thing, which where we all get together,
Yep.
especially on a weekend, and we've all played, and it gives us, you know, a good few hours enjoyment ish.
A lot of enjoyment.
I use enjoyment very loosely for lack of better words, and because my thesaurus is empty.
Entertainment, I think, might be better.
Yes, well, entertainment for everyone else, because again, I'm salty. Seriously, if you are T, I'm not trying to do a job, but if you're going to link my channel,
Yeah.
and people are thinking, well, who is this dickhead Pomp, right? Go watch my channel, go watch some of my videos. There's some career mode ones and there's some Pro Club ones.
For your
Right?
Aunt Tina.
Now, if you go to the career mode ones, right, go have a look at the titles of them and see one where I'm raging or it sounds like I'm a little bit angry with when I'm playing. That's how salty I am, but on a magnitude of probably 80 times worse when I'm playing Pro Clubs. My competitiveness is ridiculous. And if one person does something wrong, and I'm the same in real life playing football. I'm not the sort of person that's going to sit there. If I see someone like make the minutest of mistakes, I will fucking go ape shit at them. And I do it with Pro Clubs as well. I'm such a mardy, salty bastard. That's me in a nutshell.
You're a Pom.
All right. Yes, and it spreads as well because, but as a dad, as we've heard my kids, well, one of them screaming already, like my job as a dad is to be grumpy and no shit. That is it. And this is me as a person. I do like to have a good laugh though. But yes, that's. I'm going way off fucking tangent here.
Yeah, you've
Yes,
gone way
Pro
off.
Clubs. You're way off there. We went way off the mark. But Pro Clubs. Now, if we can hear some news on Pro Clubs, that'd be great. Even if they just added something where you can have custom tactics, where you can change the formation just a little bit, not just change it to a bog standard, you know,
To a preset
4-4-2.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, move the player's position. So if you're playing with one cam and you're in a formation, you've got two defensive mids, you can move them. You can make one defensive mid, two cams. And I'm the only, easy for me to say. I'm the any. So I play as everyone else as well as my pro, while everyone else controls their pro. I would like to have some sort of ability to do these new tactics that they brought into FIFA 19, which is customizable tactics.
Yeah.
From what I've seen of them, bearing in mind it's the demo, I will not stress that enough. It's only the demo. You can only play with so many teams. There's only so much you can really explore with it.
So much is
But
still
the
broken
tactics
already,
I've
though.
seen, of course, there is still a lot of broken stuff, but again, it's not the final release.
No.
So these things are there. The feedback that they'll get off of it is probably going to help them in the final release. Either that or it's going to be released and then it will come out, and then before you can even pick it up and play,
It'll be a massive update.
there's an update for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
They're
yes.
good at that.
They are very bloody good at that.
Custom tactics.
Very fucking good at it. Custom tactics. Yes, thank you. I'd like to see that implemented into Pro Clubs as well. I don't want it to just be left as this entity that's like nothing. It's like, oh, these are just the low life scums that don't like playing Ultimate Team. Fuck off. Yeah. We're not all. I've already spent 50 quid on this game. I don't want to spend no more.
Yeah.
Get out of it.
And I know it's obviously. I was gonna say.
No, go on.
It's.
Yeah, you go, host.
It is completely commercial how they do it, because of course Foot is where they make all their money, because people pour money back into the game for things like packs, FIFA points. So I can understand why they put all their time and effort into that, because Pro Clubs isn't going to make them any money. But at the same point, if you're going to make a game knowing it's broken, don't expect everyone to be happy when you do release it, because they of course, every game, every developer is going to cop stick when a game comes out if there's bugs or if there's patches needed or things like that. But their willingness to ignore all of that for certain things and not others shows you exactly what they want you to do. Their willingness to ignore people's complaints about things like pro clubs and really concentrate on all the complaints about, say, Ultimate Team. As I said, I can understand that's how they make their money, but at the end of the day, you'd want as many people as possible to enjoy your game, wouldn't you?
No, you see, now, when you say you can understand, I can't. And let me explain why I can't. The game, when you buy it, is still a AAA valued game. By AAA, I mean, your big, like your Fallouts, your Skyrims, right? So then you look at these AAA games, like your Skyrim, like your Fallout. You've only spent £50 on that, and there's still millions of people that buy that. And that turns like companies like Bethesda a profit just off of that. The DLC, not everyone's going to buy it because some like me, I'm a filthy casual. I'm not going to sit and play one game for hours on not just hours, like months on end. I just can't do it. I think 6 weeks is like my cut-off point, and then I just cannot play it no more. I need to play something else. That's how I am. But to say that Ultimate Team makes them the money is an understatement still, because it's just ridiculous.
It is.
And it's Bethesda have done it as well. So with Blizzard, with all these loot drops and all these loot crates and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a bad time to be alive and be a gamer if you're young at the moment, like yourself.
Yeah, well, everyone's doing it now. Even Treyarch started doing it for a little bit, and people were absolutely outraged by it. But it was funny because a game that has just started doing it to try and compete with the other big brands like your EAs, because we'll talk about that because that's sort of what we're on about anyway. But then you look at your company like EA, and they've been doing it for their entire life cycle of some games, and it's like, well, hang on, how can you say this when it's been happening over here for the entire time? I'm going to bring it actually to an example where Australia is now paying for our plastic bags in supermarkets, and you look at your Coles and your Woolworths, which are our two pretty much major supermarkets, and then you compare them to.
Still open in Australia?
Yeah.
Wow, they all shut down over here.
You've got
they're closed.
You got things like Lidl over there that takes them.
Yeah, it's true.
It's sort of like
sorry.
Yeah, but
I interrupted. You said Woolworths, and it was like such a blast from the past.
Well, Tinder. Yeah. So you look at your Coles and your Woolworths. We're now paying for plastic bags there, and everyone's been completely and utterly outraged. But you think of Aldi, who's sort of a budget main brand competitor, which I know you have Aldi in the UK as well. And you've always had to pay for your plastic bags there. And no one's ever complained about that, because from the start you have had to pay for those bags at Aldi. People only care because it's something different, and they think, well, we've been doing this for so many years here, why have we now got to start paying for our plastic bags? And I'm not going to get into the debate over whether it's worth it or not, because I think it's a joke, and the plastic bags you're paying for, but you're still going to need to buy them every time, and they're just going to take longer to break down and whatever. But we'll leave that for another podcast. But it's
I sort of want to ask you though, like, how recently have you had to start paying for plastic bags over in the land down under?
It became commonplace in every supermarket. I'd say nearly 2 months ago now. It'd be about 2 or 3 months now, actually. So
right, so you're lucky. That came in over here a few years ago.
Yes.
Like every shop suddenly had to, and yeah, outrage. Yeah, there was a lot of people that was like, "What's it?" But have you ever tried juggling a week's worth of family shopping back to your car without a bag?
Yeah. That was the thing.
Doing keep you up with the ice cream. Yeah, it just doesn't look very good.
Oranges on the toes, and
but yeah, I get where you're coming from with that because it's always been like that, and now they're charging. But it's more of a environmentalist thing, that is, and this is why we don't need to go too much further with it because we don't want to upset the greeners.
No, I do want to keep this channel. I don't want it to be taken down.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly.
yeah, the point I was more trying to make there is it was sudden change, having to start paying for things, and I was trying to reference that to things like your DLCs or your FIFA packs, or sorry, FIFA points.
Yeah.
So that's where that little tangent was going. But yeah, look, we'll move on. I think we've covered that pretty broadly now. We'll move on. So you also mentioned at the top you are a YouTuber, but you've started streaming on Twitch. Can you just explain why you've come to that decision?
Yeah, can I explain it? I can try.
Or can you tell us the thought behind it?
The thought behind it is quite simple. I know for a fact that even sort of before I started uploading videos to YouTube, that the algorithm of YouTube is,
Careful,
I would say,
careful.
on its arse.
A joke.
It's not. Yes, not. It doesn't work. It works if you're a PewDiePie sort of person, where you're very big, you're very successful, and you're unfortunate cases of like your Logan Pauls, etc., etc. It works when you're big. When you're little and you're trying to start out, it's like me. I've got nothing like in terms of equipment and doodads. I just literally record. If I do something for YouTube, I record it on my PlayStation, edit it through my PlayStation, put it up onto YouTube. You look at someone like Ben at Cornerflag Games. He's got all the setup. He puts so much time and effort into it. I'm minimum effort, to be fair, for the most part. But that's just because I was maximum effort at first. But then you look at it and you're like, well, I can't pull anyone in for this. And you try and get it shared around places and stuff. And it's not about the viewers. It's not about how many subscribers you've got. It's just nice to see your work be watched by other people.
Yeah,
I think is kind of what it is. So yeah, that's basically why I moved. Yes, Maisie. That's basically why I moved from YouTube over to Twitch, because Twitch is it's another one. I haven't really got the hardware or the software really to make it look professional. It's sort of like I hit go and it's like bang, we're straight in, like it's recording straight away. I've got no way of putting like a little screen up to say it's starting soon or anything like that. It's like just bang, I'm straight in.
Yep.
But like you go over to Twitch, and what I like about Twitch is they're very clear. You've got like imagine like your trophies when you can get for games. So you've got like an achievement you can reach, you get a trophy for it. On Twitch, they have like this achievement thing, and if you want, you have like, so you start off, you're just a Twitch streamer, you're just a streamer. When you get 50 followers, you've streamed for at least 8 hours, you've averaged, I can't remember how many viewers it was. You have to average so many viewers in videos and upload and streamed on, I think it's 7 different days, you become an affiliate. Now, they're pretty achievable objectives, to be perfectly honest. So, and then from there, then you get your next sort of big step, which is then becoming partner. And it's very clear cut how you do it. They tell you how you become the affiliate. They tell you how you can become a partner, right? And Twitch just seems to work better. Streaming on YouTube works to an extent, but like, you don't see many. I'll put it this way: you don't see many people on YouTube streaming on a regular basis.
Not
like
anymore,
your big. I'm talking your big YouTubers. You see it as a export from Twitch when they've been live streaming on Twitch. Now this is your big YouTubers. Not not your little ones. Not these are your big ones. Markiplier's definitely one of them. I know he does try and do some on YouTube every now and then, but he streams on Twitch. PewDiePie streams on Twitch. Yeah, just two names to name drop. They stream on Twitch, then they upload it to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Now, if they're doing it, then you've got to think, well, they know the game, what's going on. And let's say I looked into Twitch, and when you've got it set out to you, how you become affiliate, how you become partner, well, you know what your aim is if that's where you want to go. It's not about monetary, benefit or anything. And I think there's a problem with a lot of YouTubers that try and start out is they do want it to just blow up so they can stop either, don't have to do anything because they've just left school. So they think, oh, I'll just make money by playing games. It's a long, hard road. It doesn't happen overnight unless you play Fortnite, which is a different fucking kettle of fish altogether.
We're not going to discuss
Yes.
that.
No, we're not good because I have to bring it up because that's kind of what's killing Twitch at the moment. Because if I downloaded that horrible game, and played it for a few hours, I would probably be pulling in views. That's how the state is. But because I'm not doing that, and because I'm playing different games, it's really hard to pull in viewers. And I wouldn't say it's algorithms, nothing of the sort with Twitch, because it's not about what you search, because you basically look for a game. Like at the moment, I'm playing Ark, a lot of Ark. I've streamed it a couple of times, and I will simply sit there with no one watching. So I sort of stopped streaming it because I was like, you know what, it's not worth my bandwidth at the moment. I'll just plod along, just quite happily not doing it. And I must have gone nearly a week without streaming, if not a bit longer, and then did the FIFA 19 demo. Now, again, I'm so pleased for him because Ben got like a lot of views with his on YouTube. Twitch, not so much. Twitch did not really. No one was really searching for it. But then it's all timings as well. Like my timings are, I was going to start streaming at 5 o'clock at night, UK time, because like that point most kids have finished school, most adults have probably finished work. Or finishing work. So I don't know. Am I out on timings? Unsure. But again, and it's like that. YouTube and Facebook have an issue. If you share something, I don't know if you'll ever notice this, T, and anyone else. You try and share a YouTube video on Facebook. It will take 3 days before that really comes onto your friend's like timeline.
Yeah.
Because Facebook do not like YouTube being on their platform. Don't know why. I'm sure there's something that's gone off somewhere along the lines, but they don't like it. Now, if I post that my Twitch channel as a link, that will still go to my friend's timeline that same time. But anything from YouTube, no, we're not going to push this. Right. So it will take. Here's an example from Ben's live stream on Night for You.
Yeah.
That only turned up on my timeline this morning on a Sunday. So from Friday night, it didn't turn up. I never saw anything of it. I'd have had to have physically gone to his page to see it.
Wow.
And there's another reason to move from YouTube to Twitch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably another reason why I didn't pull many the other day and also I didn't really think it through. I was streaming while there was a lot of football matches being played.
That would have helped.
Because I didn't think about it because I was just talking with Ben, and then I was like, do you know what? I'll do it because he could watch. But hey, it's by the by. I don't really do it for the views. It'd just be nice to see your work liked by other people.
Yeah, and I think everyone in the Line Network has the same thing in common. We don't do any videos just for views or money. We do it because we want people to enjoy our content. But a way of seeing people are enjoying that content is audience retention and seeing those views. So we're not doing it necessarily just for views, but views are a way of judging how much people are enjoying the content, because if obviously if a video has more views, people have enjoyed it and they've watched it a bit more.
Yeah, and that's basically what it's all about. We do it. We have a good laugh doing it, so why not share it?
Absolutely, and if people had, I'll take for your Aunt Tina, our pro clubs for example. If people had as much fun watching that as we did playing and recording that, then I think we'd be viral very very quickly. But it's the thing of we're having fun and we just want to share that, so we'll do it.
Well, I've got a funny story for you, a very quick funny story for you about the Fiorentina.
Okay.
I did a stream on Twitch, and I've got the Fiorentina boys, those pomps as you put us. I think because it was like it would have been silly o'clock in the morning for you guys. And I did this stream, and I was just like, I just want to have a talk about the state of FIFA 18 and why I'm thinking about not playing it no more. Blah blah blah. Now, notoriously, as Fiorentina, we tend to lose a lot of games, like either through, as we call it, the EA'd, or as I call it, Tom fucking foolery from the others. So I did this stream, and I was like, we're not going to play any league games because I can't be doing with it. I'm trying so hard not to get angry because I've got a lot of stuff I want to get off my chest while we're doing this stream. We went on a cup run. We won the cup. We won 4 matches in a row. We went to the next cup, and we'd won 3 games. We got to the final, and then we were in the final. We were winning 2-0, and then I think 2 of them lost their internet connection. We carried on. It was still 2-0. I think it went to 2-1, and then my internet decided to die and just go, yeah, no, I'm going now. But we won 8 matches in a row. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, that is very uncommon.
Yeah, that's impressive.
We can't normally pull fucking 2 wins together in a row. But we won 2 cups on one stream, and there was literally nobody watching. Nobody was watching. I was like, where are they? They were on when I was playing on fucking streaming on YouTube, and I streamed my first one, and I got a few viewers. I got nothing but crap off people in the comments about how bad we were, that we were only in Division 7. It's like, well, have you seen us play? Stick around and watch us play. You'll see why we're only in Division 7.
Yeah.
And then to go and do a stream like that where you just go unbeaten and it's pretty good viewing, pretty good matches, apart from my salty moans about FIFA in general. But yeah, but that's where it's sort of like, and it's very easy for me or anyone else to like do a stream, have no one watch it, and think, well, is there any point? I may as well just enjoy my game rather than try and make a story out of it or talk at all.
Yeah, well,
It can get very disheartening. Very disheartening.
It can, and I think that's actually what stopped me from moving over to Twitch as well, because I was thinking about, rather than doing the vlogs in the way that I used to, where I was... I'll take, for example, when I was doing reaction videos. I would sit down at the computer, I'd film a little bit, and then I'd pause the video, take 10 minutes off, set up whatever I needed to do next, then record another bit. Whereas I feel like if I could just do it all in one hit, it'd be a lot easier to do, it'd be a lot cleaner viewing, that sort of thing. That'd be perfect to do on Twitch, because that's something I used to do on my phone before I started YouTube. I don't think many people who know me on YouTube now would know that I was streaming on different streaming sites well before I ever started YouTube. And so I've got that background in doing that, so I know how to do that, and that's where my sort of how I taught myself to talk to a camera and keep a conversation going when it's just myself. So I got comfortable talking to a camera that way, and so that's something I'd like to get back into. But it's the viewing that you need that there, otherwise you do look like a fair right tit.
Yeah, and it's not. It's a hard one because it's not. We don't do it for that. But when you see those numbers of a view, when you've you've not quite hard. You've worked really hard to make sure this video is really good.
Yeah.
And you think this is actually going to be really good, and then literally 2 people probably watch it, and they won't even watch it all the way through. And one of those people is probably yourself.
Yeah.
like, oh,
Boosting.
boosting, yeah, yeah. But no, it's very disheartening.
It is. It is. But
Very
unfortunately,
disheartening.
that's part of the trade when it comes to videos and recording. It's a gamble that
Oh
you do
yeah,
take.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Have you
I mean,
had? I was gonna say, have you had any videos that you've? This can be live streaming or pre-recorded videos. Have you had any videos where you've had, say, a good reception, but haven't liked the video and been not embarrassed, but sort of almost scared to upload it? Or have you, on the opposite, have you had any videos that haven't viewed well and you've gone, fuck, I put in a lot of work. That's a really good video. Why isn't this responded, sort of thing?
yeah. So to be honest, yes, I've had those videos that have not done as well or done well. Um, I mean, most of them though would be from the YouTube. To be fair, like my first series and well, the only really main series that went long was the Derby Way, and I was talking to DK about that
Yep.
before I started, and again dropping names, Kanye West.
That's sparring DK, Aussie FIFA YouTuber for anyone who isn't sure.
And I did the first episode, and it actually went really well, and it continued to do quite well. But I wasn't getting the subscribers, and I wasn't really getting the likes, which helped push a video or anything like that.
Yep.
So like, I think I'll tell you what. I'll just get it up quickly on my phone while I'm talking. But I'm sure it was like over 100 on the first episode. One sec.
For your first video,
Yeah,
that's
there
actually
you go.
quite a good return.
110 views on episode 1. Then it was like 32, 22, 26, and then it dropped off below the 20s off from episode 5 onwards. Then I did a bit of a revamp because I got better at the editing tool and I'd got a bit more comfortable with what I was doing. So then when the revamp went, I went back up above 20s again, and then I went drop back down again. And then, but there was like some really good footage in there. There was some good me being me, and being salty. There's a lot of saltiness in the Derby Way. And then it just dropped off completely, and I was uploading these every day. So I was working my arse off to get these up. And then it got to the stage where I was just like, nah, I'm done. And I left it for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I decided I was going to do another series running alongside it, just to get me sort of back into it. And I did the Youth Platoon. And again, episode 1, 108 views I got for episode 1. And then I streamed it. Now, that was maybe where I went slightly wrong. I don't really know. But, the Youth Platoon went on, but the streams did quite well. Like, the streams were getting the views. Like, one of them got nearly 40 views. And that's, for me, that's good.
Yeah.
And I think people liked that, and maybe I needed to bring it back. And I'm just like, well, if I'm going to do it, it's too late in the FIFA cycle now. But there was no feedback from it. And that's, I think, something that we've said before on the Lanecast. If people are out there watching and listening, feedback is a lot. Like, if people were enjoying watching the Youth Platoon, right, as opposed to the Derby Way, because maybe they just couldn't get into it. Maybe because at the start I was very bad, but I was practiced by the time it came around to the Youth Platoon. So maybe if they liked it, why didn't they just say, "Hey, look, I like this. Can you carry it on?" Because I'd stopped doing it, and it wasn't I'd stopped doing it on purpose. I'd just stopped doing it because I wasn't aware that anyone really wanted to see it. It seemed like they didn't. So feedback is crucial to people like us that are small, very, very small infant YouTubers.
Yeah.
If you like something, we want to know you like it. If you don't like something, but you sort of like the idea of what we're doing, we'd like to hear from that as well, And that's where we offer Discord as a sort of like go-to. If you want to be what I'm quite honestly, I'm a lurker, to be fair. when it comes to like YouTube. I won't leave comments or anything on a YouTube video.
Oh,
But
yeah, you're one of them.
that's where Discord. Yeah, I am. I am a lurker, but a Discord, you can go in and then you can sort of say, "Hey, look, I like this, but have you thought about doing this?"
Yeah, yeah.
It's there. Discord costs nothing, and then you're not so much in the public eye. Your comment's not going to be in a public eye, and I can get it. With some people, it's a little bit sort of, I don't know what the word is. It can be a little bit daunting, I suppose, that you're suddenly going to be on this comment section forever. Like it's always going to, unless the video is taken down.
Yeah, and everyone.
So
can
that's
see
where
it
Discord
and,
comes
yeah.
in. Yeah, but that's where Discord comes in. Because they can say it on there, and it's only said between the people that are in the Discord.
Yep.
So, but feedback is massively necessary for little YouTubers. Because I say I've not really looked at my numbers for a long time on YouTube, and as I've looked at them now to get them up, so I can tell you how many episode 1 actually got of the Derby Way. The Youth Platoon looked very successful for me, and I just stopped doing it.
Yeah, well, it had good numbers. I'm just looking at I think is that episode 1 there is 103. Then you did have the drop down to 22, 14, 19. So it was stable around that sort of area. Then all of a sudden you had a jump again, and it looked like it actually picked up a bit of steam there. You went from 19 up to 37, 28, 38. So you did pick up a bit of a head of steam, but it's that thing of you didn't know if people were enjoying it because no one was giving you any of that feedback. And I completely understand what you mean by saying that, because that's something I used to do all the time, was ask people, if you like the video, leave a like, let me know in the comments below what you thought, any feedback, because that's how I know what you want to see, what you enjoyed, what you didn't like. That's how we can make content that we know you are actually going to enjoy.
Exactly, and it's very beneficial for both parties. It's beneficial for you for those of the audience, because they get to see something that they actually want to see or what they like to see, and us as content creators, because it might be something really simple that you've overlooked and not thought about. Oh, I never thought about doing it like that. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll do that. Or on the flip side, you could be like, well, I can see what you're saying, but if I was to do it like this, then this and this would happen.
Yeah.
So you've got the flip side, but any feedback's good feedback. And like I say, you've seen the numbers now for the Youth Platoon. If there was a few people that was like, oh, what happened to this series? Why did it stop? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get FIFA 19 then, and we'll do it from the get-go. We'll do the Stevenage Youth Platoon from the get-go.
Well, you've heard it here first.
You can watch it. Well, yeah, but that's if people want to watch it. Like,
yeah,
it's one of those. Like, if I'm going to do it like that, though, I need to do that on YouTube. There's no point trying to stream, I don't think, a career mode on Twitch, because it's very hard to keep retention of like concentration from the viewer is really hard on a Twitch stream when it's something like a career mode. So yes, that would make a bit more work for me, but if people want to see it, I'll do it. I enjoy doing it. If I get the game, I will do it like that anyway. So it makes no difference to me if I've got people watching it or not, but if people want to watch it, boom, I'll do it.
Yeah,
there's really no problem.
And we'll look to wrap it up now, because that is starting to get to the end. But I think we'll sum it up once again. The biggest thing you can do to help a YouTuber that you enjoy is give them feedback. Let them know you don't have to support them by, giving them money or whatever. Supporting a YouTuber or a streamer is simply letting them know what they're doing that you like, giving them feedback, sharing their things. If they've got a video that you really enjoyed, a simple retweet on Twitter, that's plenty to a YouTuber. That's showing that you're enjoying, that's engaging with us, and we can see that. Whereas if you do just lurk, we can't see you, we don't know what you're thinking, we don't know how you feel, we don't know what you want, that sort of thing. It makes it very hard to try and target an audience and tailor your content for people, because you just don't know.
Yeah, agreed. I agree with that statement completely.
Now, in saying that, we are going to end this episode because this will actually be a little interval for Dan and I before we have to come back and record the Lencast. So we'll quickly jump off and grab a coffee and then get back on comms. But have we got anything else you wanted to quickly throw out there, Dan?
Not particularly. I'm worried now that I've got nothing for the Lencast though.
If in doubt, we can banter it out.
Yes, I like it.
I think
nothing really. Just obviously more so. I mean, you'll do it anyway, but the Discord, hit that Discord thing.
Yeah.
Join the Discord, have a bantz with us. We're always around.
That's it. And as we said, Discord's an amazing way of getting in touch with us because you can talk to us directly. You can private message us, or you can jump in each Discord channel, which is like a little topic. It's almost like a what do they call it? A blog with topics, and you can click on each one, and it's a different topic sort of thing. So it's an amazing way of giving us direct feedback on exactly what you are looking for. You can find everything easily. That's actually how Dan and I are recording this episode right now, is over Discord, and that's how I'm going to record all of my things in future, because it is so easy to use and you can find everything so easily and talk to each other,
and it's
like
free.
This. And it is free. It is 100% free, and I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can join straight into the Discord channel that Dan and I are currently in. So you can jump in with all the the Len Network boys. See each Lencast as well. But Dan, I want to thank you for being on today. We were able to stick to topic better than I expected. You and Ben do tangent quite a bit, but it is always a pleasure talking to you, and thank you very much for coming onto the channel for the very first time. You're a WirelessVLOGS virgin, so thank you for coming on. I hope you had a good time.
Hey mate, thank you for having me on. I've been waiting for this for a while because it was my turn and then we stopped doing it for a bit. I thought it was something I'd said or done.
Yes, it was your turn before I went on a 3-month hiatus, but we are back and I've got you on, and you will be on.
We're back.
I've got a bit of a bumper episode planned shortly, so you will be on again quite shortly. But thank you for being on.
Awesome.
Make sure
thank you for having me, mate.
My absolute pleasure, trust me. Now, make sure if you did like the video, leave a like. Let us know in the comments what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy, because we do read it, we will look at it, and we will take that into account. If it's something we can do, we will do it.
I think you're doing it wrong. I think it needs to be more like this now. Just bear with me.
Okay.
Make sure you hit the like button. Hit subscribe, yeah? Hit a like, subscribe, like, subscribe. Like that.
We are not American YouTubers. We do not scream down the microphones like that.
Yeah, but it works.
I know it works, but it's so trashy. I just can't bring myself to do it. But
hit the bell, ding ding.
I will sign off with a Ben Classic. Make sure you smack the subscribe button, leave a like if you enjoyed, and stay awesome. Peace.